Machine Secrets.
Our goal is to remove as much of the rhyolite as possible. Then shape and polish the dendritic amethyst sage into a unique beauty. We'll remove this ridge, smooth the edges, and then turn the amethyst sage into a unique design. We'll adjust the water feed to a strong drip initially. To start with, we'll be using a 60 grit diamond disc on the high-tech diamond 6-inch slant cabbing machine. The high-tech diamond 6-inch slant cabber has adjustable speeds, and I'm going to start out at half speed. Rhyolite is a very soft and crumbly rock, and so my first challenge is to work the back of this rock. Okay, this rock is starting to take a nice shape, but the rhyolite is continuing to crumble in spots. We'll continue to shape and shave this with an emphasis on smoothing the rhyolitic areas. "60 and 100 grits are primarily for shaping the rock. The big challenge here is the instability of the rhyolite. On the flip side, the amethyst sage is turning out amazing, and I like the offset cabochon shape. Our shape looks good, so we'll work the rhyolite onto the 180 grit disc. A quick trip onto the 180 grit to remove the deep scratches from the 60 grit. We'll work the bottom a bit to smooth out the rhyolite just a bit more. A quick change of the discs, and thanks to high-tech diamond for making it so easy. Thanks, Jen. We'll work the back of the rock dry for a bit to dig into the rhyolite and find a more stable portion of the rock. Then we'll turn on the water and once again smooth out the back. 220 grit is all about removing scratches and smoothing all the edges. Notice that the rock surface, when dry, has a haze over it. You can use this haze when it's dry to look for imperfections in the finish. Then we'll get it wet and look again and find the imperfections we want to smooth out. Whether you're using a lap machine Dremel or hand polishing rocks, these techniques will work. Onto 360 grit disc. As we progress up in our grits, we tend to use less water in our drip. .325 grit is your chance to remove all the deeper scratches from the previous grits. Sound can play an important role in your polishing experience. You can actually hear the grinding sound tend to lessen in volume as the rock gets smoother. On the bottom of our rock, we have amethyst sage mating up with smoky quartz. Here's a picture of it. Also, we have rhyolite. We'll work the areas with the rhyolite pockets till those pockets are smooth, then move up a grit. Whenever you have differing types of rock coming together in one stone, you will have to work that area more to get a more even blend between the two types of rock. Now on to the 1200 grit. 1200 grit is where we'll remove all the scratches made by the lower grits. Then making sure that all our trouble spots are smooth and that the rock is ready for polishing. Patience is the watchword when polishing rock. Don't hurry on any of the grits and you'll be okay. So we've eliminated the problem areas, and now we're going to scrub the entire rock with 3000 grit. The rhyolite is now smooth, but I can already tell it's not going to take much of a shine, but it's pretty. Now we'll finish up the pre-polish on 3000 grit. To 14K diamond polish. So we've loaded up the polishing pad for 14K and dabbed on a bit of 14K polish for this job. The rhyolite has taken on some of the pink color, which we'll remove in the polishing process. Whether you're polishing with a machine or by hand, you don't need a lot of polish for a good sheen. Remember to keep a firm hand on your work. Okay, back to work to finish up that 14K. On to 50K diamond polish. This rock is so smooth I had to actually use 2 hands to hold on to it. 50K is where the rock becomes a jewel and really starts to gleam with a shine. The little dances of light on our rock really looks beautiful. You don't always have to go to 50K polish on agates, but if you do, it's worth the extra effort. On to 100K diamond polish. I'm using a bit more 100K than is needed for our stone, but it's for this demo's purpose. Using 100K for an average agate is a bit overkill, but for special stones it really makes them pop. Amethyst sage with dendrites, smoky quartz, and rhyolite. Here's a look at it in a different light.